How you doing, people? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I have another Transformers Bumblebee Studio Series movie. This time is Wheeljack, number 81. Again, adding to my collection of this series, I already have Brawn and Ratchet, and I do have a couple other of the other ones that have already been announced on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. But these have been pretty cool so far, and I did like the design of Wheeljack as well as Ratchet and Brawn. So I figure I add him to the collection. Pretty cool figure right there. There he is in the front. Again, they've done such a great job with maintaining that G1 look, but then also updating it in such a good way that they look really cool. Again, there's Wheeljack Studio Series 81. This is number 81 in the series. And here he is. Here's the actual figure again. Pretty cool pose. I love all these huge weapons that they've given these toys. It does make them look pretty badass. And here's his mode. Again, very alien-like, Cybertronian-like, but again, very reminiscent of that Lancia Delta, if I'm remembering correctly. Or Stratos, rather. Lancia Stratos, not Delta. But pretty cool that they kept the colors and the car mode, etc. Again, he comes with the Cybertron background. They're very similar to Brawn and Ratchet. Pretty cool. And there he is with his pose and the cool packaging. So we'll open this guy up, put him into his paces. I'm sure he'll be awesome, just like the other two that I have. Again, as I said, I do have a couple of the other ones in pre-order, but for now, let's concentrate on Wheeljack. I'm sure he'll be a great toy. Okay, guys, so we are back with Wheeljack out of the box. As you guys can see here, here's the box. You also get a background from the movie that you could use for posing or for toy photography. This is pretty much the exact same background that came with Brawn. At least it looks exactly the same. So that's something you get there. In addition to the figure, you also get his gun. Not as big as Brawn's, but really nicely detailed. Really cool. And he can also hold this in his hand. There you go. You guys can see it. Really cool. We'll take this off just for now. But I think, guys, I think they've done another great job. I think I'm really, really liking this. The Brawn figure that I got, the first one that I reviewed from this Bumblebee movie, really surprised me. I was really happy with it. I thought it was a nice homage to G1, and if that's your thing, is great. But it's not only a great homage to G1, but they've also managed to make it a new design, right? Like you could pretty much tell that that was Brawn, and in this case, if you know about Transformers, this is Wheeljack pretty much reimagined for today. Here's the head there. I don't know if you could see that. Again, that is pretty much Wheeljack from the cartoon. They got the winglets. They've got the white with the red and green. Again, this is nothing but a G1. Pretty cool. He is a little short, stubby looking, but he looks awesome. I gotta say again, I think they've done a great job with these. Here's the back. Normally the winglets on the older toy and in the cartoon were part of his back. In this case, they made it part of the arms here. But yeah, this again awesome. I love the off-white, slightly lighter gray with this green accents and red accents on the chest, the Autobot insignia there. Yeah, this is pretty. I'm extremely happy with this one, just like I was with Brawn. Really cool figure. They got the gray, the white, off-white. They got the head just right. Awesome figure, and you get standard articulation on the shoulders. You can move them out, elbows, 90 degrees. The hands do not turn or anything, unlike Brawn. The head here does. You can turn it completely around. He can look up slightly like that. He can look down, not too much. The waist does completely turn. Just this part of the transformation gets in the way, but you can move that out if you wanted to rotate the whole waist. The feet, you know, he can kick up. He can, just about 90-degree bend. The feet do move back and forth. There is no, I guess, no portion here like Braun had where the feet can go in and out, which is a bit of a shame. But you know what? I am happy with this guy. He looks, you know, if somebody were to say to me, hey, can you reimagine Wheeljack, you know, with a bit of a cartoon look for a new movie, this is exactly, you know, how it will look. This is really cool. I'm really happy with this, guys. Again, I think a great addition to Braun into the whole line of figures. So let's get going with the transformation. It is a bit more involved than Braun was, but let's go on with it. So the first thing, these winglets here, you can move them down so that they're pretty much hiding behind the arms. Same thing here, so that he looks like that. Then what we could do is this portions here you could pull out slightly. You see they come apart, and then when you do that, you can move this whole section of the head all the way back. And then this section here is on a hinge, so you're gonna straighten it, and then the head can go sideways just to give it a bit more room when you're transforming it. You can just leave it like that for now. The next step is the chest section here. You're going to pull this out, essentially all the way up, and just pull it down like that for now. That's it. And then the waist. Let's move the waist all the way around for now. So that's the legs there. The one thing that we need to do up here at the top, and this is where it's not too complicated, just got to make sure you do it right, is these arms. So essentially, these are here on like almost a joint here that you can turn, and these wheels are going to go facing out, but you got to turn them in. So essentially, you're going to take these arms and make sure they're both pointing up. At least this is the way I do it. And then turn it this way, and then as you're turning it out, then turn the arms back around this way. There you go. And now you have them like this, and now the wheel's facing out. And then you do the same thing here. You're going to turn this in. As you're turning it, once you get to this section, you turn it up, and there you go. And these arms do, there's a section here, they tab in together. So there you go, you heard him tab. And that's it for now in this section. So we'll leave it like that. The next part is the part where I was having a bit of an issue was the legs. And pretty much we'll see if we can get this in this one shot. So just move these out slightly, this part of the wheel. The next thing you're going to do then is this part here. You're going to swing it. So this part's going to swing around this way and out. And you're going to make sure this comes around. And then you're going to see this section here. There, it tabs into there. I don't know if you could see that. I'll show you. So essentially, you do that. So it fits in, so that it looks like that. There's a tab. So we'll try to do it here again. Same thing here. You're gonna take this. You're gonna swing it around. Make sure it goes all the way up. And then, as I said, this tab on this panel is gonna go tabbed in there. And then sit like that so that it's flush. Once you do that, the next thing to do is you're going to fold at the knees, both sides, like that. And that's just to give you a bit more room, because you need to then pull this shin parts out and turn them so that it sits like that. So you're gonna pull the shin parts out and turn it. So once it's like this, you're just gonna then move the feet back straight up, and then you're just gonna push them back in, push the shin parts back in, which are now up here. The next thing to do is these wheel sections that were facing the back. They're again on a hinge. They swing, and you gotta push them into. And you'll see there is again another tab here. I don't know if you could see that. And it's gonna go in this section here. So just swing it and push it down slightly so that it tabs in place. So it looks like that. Same thing here. We are gonna push this and tab it in. So again, it looks like that. The next thing to do then is this feet section. You can now swing the this feet down like that, so they sit flush. Make sure you tab that in. Make sure you tab that in. And there's tabs here. These kind of worry me because of this clear plastic, which I guess over time, if you transform it a lot, it may become brittle. But you tab that in, and it's all together now. And you're kind of seeing the car coming together. Now you could take this part, goes like this. You're going to pull one extra panel here forward. You're going to take this section with the Autobot insignia and pull it up and just let it rest in there. And then you're going to take this whole section. You're going to see there's these tabs. There's a section here that you could see that. And you're essentially just taking this and pulling it down, and then you're going to tab it in there. Once it tabs in place, you guys can see the car is really coming together. There you go. And the next thing to do is you could take this head, this part with the head, and then just, it goes hidden in there, just like that. The last thing is these arms. You're going to bend them forward 90 degrees, and they're essentially going to go in here, almost like tucked in there. And they may come apart, but there you go. And I don't know if you could see it, but there's two little tabs that are supposed to go in these two little sections. So just, there you go. Just gotta make sure they stay in there. And then lastly, they tell you these, I guess what could be the spoiler section, this part here, just gonna angle it like that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Here is Wheeljack in his vehicle mode. Again, I not having seen this vehicle mode in the movie because it wasn't in the movie. It's a great job what they've done here. Let me move these out of the way. With this vehicle mode, very Cybertronian, very alien looking, like almost like a futuristic type car. I love again that they were able to incorporate the the red, the green, and the off-white. Again, that Wheeljack and also his, I believe it was a Lancia Stratos mode that had those colors. Here's the side. This is a really cool mode here. I really hope we get to see these in the next movie. It would be really nice. It's very nice and compact. It's well put together. You just got to make sure, things tab in the correct places. But there you go. And he does. He rolls, guys. He rolls. So, yeah. Again, I'm really happy the way they've done this. And you could also take this gun. There is a section here of the gun that can go tabbed in here in these sections. And you guys could see it. He can go in tabbed in like that, and he can go driving around shooting Decepticons. Really cool. I like the way they've done this. Again, great job. Transformation, it's not that complicated. The car mode, nothing else to say. I really, really like this mode. Again, great job, just like Braun. Awesome, awesome mode. And then we'll go to some comparisons. Okay, guys, so some comparisons. Here's Wheeljack in all his glory. Awesome toy. The first Wheeljack figure that I do have is his old. This is, I believe, from Generations. This is a deluxe class Wheeljack that was out a couple of years ago. Not a bad figure for its time. Again, I just want to show this one so you guys could see the color, right? It's a bit almost like a cream like on this one. This is like actually white. But you know, the whole green and red motif on the legs, on the chest, it's really cool. The winglets, obviously different line of toy, a couple of years removed. This is a bit chunky looking. Not a bad figure by any means, at least for its time. But there you go. Just want to sort of compare those, and you guys could see there the similarities, the differences, and the similarities. So we'll put him aside. The next guy was, I believe, MP20, Masterpiece 20. And I know this is a whole different class of figure, right? This is very, you know, this is G1 essentially. I've had this one for a couple of years. I love, love, love this toy and the whole Lancer Stratos mode. But just wanted to show them there together so you guys could see again. This is a great update or reimagining of this. Again, you guys could see the head, the winglets, the whole color, you know, the gray, the white with the red and the green. It's really awesome what they've done with these Studio Series Bumblebee movie figures. I am quickly becoming a big fan of these. And now I'm regretting not picking up the Decepticons. I may need to get those, but just wanted to show them there. Again, you know, this is a very different looking design, but again, you can look at this and say, okay, these are somewhat, you know, related if you didn't know anything about it. But I'm really happy with these guys, with the Studio Series Bumblebee movies. But there you go, with MP20. The other one that I do have is, here he is next to his line mate, Braun. And these two look really good together, really awesome. You guys could see them there. They pair up pretty well. About the same size, Braun slightly smaller. Again, doesn't bother me too much, but the design language it just goes well together, these two guys. The other figure that I have here is Netflix War for Cybertron Bumblebee. Again, whole different line, but I think the scale there could work. Bumblebee used to be smaller than Wheeljack. So again, that's something you could do. Here is the Titans Returns Braun that I used in my other Braun comparison video, but there you go. Here he is next to Exosuit Spike. Here he is next to Starscream from Earthrise. That's something you could do. And here he is next to Optimus Prime, which again, guys, this whole line's coming together so well. I really, really love the way these figures go. So awesome together. You can see there Optimus Prime, which is, I think, a Studio Series number 38. And here he is with a Wheeljack, which they look so awesome, man. You know what? Here he is next to Braun. And, you know, just having these three guys together, I can't wait to get Ratchet open. I can't wait to get the other ones. I do have Soundwave and Ravage on pre-order. I'm hoping at some point they do reveal like a Megatron design. It'd be really nice. But as far as this Wheeljack figure, thumbs up. Nothing but good things to say about it. The only drawback I would say is maybe the chest part and the legs have some clear plastic in them. So perhaps over time they may become a bit brittle and break if you transform your toys a lot. Hopefully that, you know, won't be an issue for me, but we'll see. Either way, though, as far as the figure itself, it's a really, really cool figure. I would highly, highly recommend it if you're into this line. Wheeljack just looks awesome. And I forgot to clip the chest in here when I transformed him. There you go. So here's the chest all the way in. But really cool. As you guys can see him there, he looks awesome paired up there with Brawn and Prime. But yeah, highly recommend it. Get yourself a Wheeljack if you can. These figures just look awesome. Anyway, thank you guys again for your very valuable time. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, thank you for your very valuable time. Enjoy the rest of your day and be safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.